So if they make a sequel, will they call it The December Man? Of course, then they could only make 12, so probably not. The November Man stars Pierce Brosnan as an ex-CIA agent called back into action by the need to protect a key witness that could break an important international case. His return finds himself opposed by the CIA and one of its operatives, who just happens to be one of his own former trainees. Adventure and intrigue ensue as the two of them face off while trying to figure out the truth. It's about as James Bond a scenario as you can put on the big screen without getting lawyers involved, and you can tell Brosnan must feel right at home. Now, it's been over a decade since Pierce played Bond, but apparently he thinks he's still got the chops to do it. And he's not all wrong. In fact, in my opinion, Brosnan is actually the best thing about this movie. To be honest, I kind of miss him as the secret agent, and he does a great job here playing the perfect balance of a cool operator and aggressive truth seeker that it takes to drive a movie like this. Plus, he has a decent underlying plot structure to build off here as well. The twists and turns feel mostly organic, and the way we learn the truth about this witness and her importance feels progressive and natural, which is great as long as the movie does its job of giving us reasons to care about the people involved. And here's where it all starts to fall apart. We just aren't connected to these characters. Now, most of this has to do with the fact that the movie lacks focus. The entire feel of it is just too loose and includes too many different subplots and relationship cues, the result of which is that we are never sure where our investment should reside. By the time we learn about the key pressure point for our agent, we've already been asked to care about his love of a woman, his overseeing of a new charge, his retirement from the agency, and his mentorship of a pupil. It just fractures the emotion. Now, for me, I would have focused on the pupil mentor stuff and cut the rest, as that seemed where most of the energy and interest came from. And it could have kept the movie feeling much more tight and on track. Plus, the whole thing had an over-serious tone and a few action scenes that felt straight out of a B-movie handbook. Add to that a handful of plot cliches and you start to see how it just doesn't hold together. At the end of the day, The November Man is a decent plot without the focus to keep it truly interesting. Even with some decent performances, especially by a capable Brosnan, the movie can't find its way to more than a C. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. First, I want to throw some stuff up over here that you can click on. If you'd like to subscribe, which I'd very much appreciate, do that by clicking on the big gray subscribe button. Want to see more? Well, I also have a review up this week for the found footage horror movie, As Above, So Below. You can also click the logo right up here to go to the all-new YourMovieFriend.com, where you can find a searchable database of reviews, as well as the written text of these videos. And finally, this review's best ever challenge. Now, this is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category, and also try to identify my choice. What is the best Pierce Brosnan movie ever? Mine involves killer clones in a beer run to end all beer runs. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments, and the first person to guess mine does get a point. Thanks, and please subscribe.